Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say this is the Megan Kelly Show. I will be uploading this to my YouTube blog for October the 12th, 2018. Talking over this news source because I've been kind of following her even though I don't normally watch TV. I've noticed that there are some of my connections in California who are friends, have been family friends for a while, my family. And I've noticed that they've got a different mentality in California than I do here. Because I moved here in 2014. But we have a slower pace of life in Wisconsin, where I'm a resident here. And I've noticed there's a vast difference. And I'm talking over this physician. So you know. Yeah, I'm a little tired looking. Yeah, I look like I'm somebody with a slight cold because we have seasons in Wisconsin. Okay? This is normal. The reason why I'm showing you my home is because, and me looking like this, is because I had talked to someone from California who I know, and we have children in common, and she is in a panic state. There's no reason for that, for her to be in a panic state, okay? Because what's going on is they're trying to fix things. I'm turning my lights on here so that people understand I'm not hiding in my house. I'm just taking a day off. But you notice, you see the eagle behind me? See that? That's a sign to be happy. And no, I didn't get it where some people will think, won't mention. I got it because it reminds me of our country, the United States of America, and how we as people are supposed to take responsibility for this, for ourselves. And the people that are actually needing to be cared for, because this certain friend that I have in common has a lot of stress issues along with other things. And her husband is ill as well. And no, I'm not talking about myself, so everybody understands. It's a friend. Actually, my best friend. And she's watching her child struggle because of a relationship. And it's really sad because I had to keep myself calm in order to deal with talking with her. And it's not because of her as a person, because she's my best friend. She always will be. It's because of the issues inside of her home that she cannot control. And what I've tried telling her is, listen, you're not supposed to control it. You're supposed to look to your faith, to the Lord. So you guys know, this is my faith. I'm a Catholic raised woman. My mother was Catholic originally. There is a cross inside of this, okay? Black onyx. If you want to know what's all that has to do with, go research the Catholic faith. Don't make assumptions about people because of how they are, okay? I'm noticing in California, it's gotten so liberal, and I say that with anger, that the inmates are running the asylum. And people that live out here are realizing something's wrong with our country, okay? Because I want to preserve what I have here. No, I'm not being held hostage or anything. No, I don't have a nickname my best friend gave me. It just kind of made me sad because she really desperately wants to come out of that situation. But I'm not trying to say I'm doing anything better, but I'm saying I had to do that for myself. And as you see, we have an abundance. We're fine. Everything's good here. But we're doing this because we work for it. And I see her working toward that. And I see this one family struggling. But I see so many families in California coming apart at the seams if they haven't broken already. My son still lives out there. He has issues with learning to become a man. And it took me physically removing myself to get him to learn to grow up. That's my story. I had his friends actually get belligerent on Facebook, so you know, because I left my 24-year-old son behind. He was 24. I raised him with the tools he needed. I did my best anyway. And I'm just letting everybody know, I think it's time to breathe. Because if you don't breathe, you don't get oxygen to your brain. And if you're not getting oxygen to your brain by relaxing, how the hell are you supposed to think straight? There it is there. Anyway, God bless everybody. And I always pray, not on a constant basis, because I'm not like a, whatever, I'm quirky. And if people don't like it, that's tough. By the way, this is my family behind me. That's what this wall signifies, is family. I won't show you my daughter because she's a private person. It's none of anybody's darn business. My actual daughter, so you know. Who I'm very proud of. Who I have 6 grandchildren from. And because she made a choice to change her life. The Catholic way. The faithful way. Don't even have to do with labels. What it has to do with is being a good person. Anyway. I'm citing this little Megyn Kelly show because there's another show called The View, and I will say it, and I don't care if I take the little channel down, because actually I don't need to have monetary for that. I have my own merit here. I work on my own brain. I work on my own personal values that was instilled in me as an adult and to be prepared as a child. I was a foster kid, so you understand. But I had a wonderful mother who just didn't get it as far as she had issues, and it was caused by stress. As she was adopted, so everybody understands. And that's why I'm the way I am, and the colorful type of person I try to be, is because I choose happiness over trauma. And there was trauma as a kid, and I saw her trauma, and I don't blame my mother. I forgave her years ago. It wasn't her fault. It was the environment she was in. California needs to get their shit together, straight up. And I'm not that label anymore. And I'm not the other little label that they call me out there, that all of the people she's been around. I'm Melissa. So if you call me, you'll have to understand that you're dealing with an adult and not a little tinker toy. And it seems to me like they've pretty much, there's some people, not all, there's good people in California, but there's some people that actually lost their minds in California, like quite literally. Their walnut isn't in their heads anymore. I mean, and that's an analogy I've always used because I try to think of it in a comical sense, because being somebody from California, it kind of breaks my heart to realize that they're being talked about in that way, because the concept of California was always meant to be a tranquil state. And they've gotten into quite a state, if you think about it. They've gotten into, to me, all I could think about is saying because I'm 50 tomorrow, all I could think about is saying, in my analogy, is into a state of madness. And come on. I think it's time to chill out already and like, look to your faith, whatever faith you decide. Either Jesus, which that's my faith. You got to decide for yourself what you want and how you make this world. And it really makes me sad. And no, I'm not depressed. So understandably, you guys can all be clear, I'm not depressed. Okay? Because I've been noticing their little programming, how they go, this entertainment industry. And at some point I was part of it too. But I'm not the type that likes to see in my country go to shit. Just straight up. So anyway, if I'm going to say disclaimers right now, I'm not going to bother typing them in because I'm not that type of person. It's not that type of channel. It's an anti-bullying channel. Read between the lines. Anyway, God bless. Keep a cool head. And remember, today is National Girls' Day. God bless.